Hey again, this is Ed from Live Simply Well and the Sleep Refresh Program. Thanks for joining us. Hey, in a previous video, I talked to you all about something called a thought transfer exercise, which helps you go to sleep at night, fall asleep at night, and helps you stay asleep during the night as well. So, thought transfer exercise is very simple, but it's very, very effective. The first thing you want to do with a thought transfer exercise is you want to get yourself a pen or pencil. I prefer a pencil. And you want to get yourself a piece of paper or a small notebook. I like to use a small notebook. And the idea of this is to take the ideas in your head, the thoughts that are in your head, which are swimming around. Often for many people, this is a big problem in falling asleep. And to transfer those exercises from your head and your brain to the piece of paper. Now I know that people are like, well, how can that help me fall asleep? Let me tell you. What you do is you grab your pen and your pencil and you set a timer for 90 seconds. Now, 90 seconds may seem like a long time for this exercise, but as you start to do it, you may find it's exactly the amount of time you need. It may not even be enough time. So set that timer, get your pen and pencil, and the thoughts in your head. Sit down about 15, 20 minutes before you go to bed. I like 20 minutes myself. And start the timer. And then from that point, for the next 90 seconds, write down every thought that's in your head. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter for what purpose, doesn't matter how important it is. You just write the ideas down. Don't try to prioritize them like, what's most important for me? Just write down ideas. I have written down things about a trip coming up, about a birthday present I have to get, about picking up a dog kennel, about my run tomorrow morning, about getting to a flight for a trip and booking that. So I have all these ideas in my head. So I just write these down. If I get to the 90 seconds and the timer goes off, I continue writing the last thought that I'm writing. I stop. I close the book or put the piece of paper away in the pencil, and I place that list somewhere that I will not have access to until tomorrow morning. Next, I wake up the next morning. Well, let me step back. If I don't get to 90 seconds, I don't have any more thoughts in my head, I don't think of things. That's not the idea. The idea is to clear your head, not fill your head with more ideas. So I stop at whatever time, either at the 90-second point or when I finish with the ideas in my head. I wake up the next morning. I take out the list of items that I have. And then what I do is with a pencil, I cross off every item that I can't do anything about. Let's say you're worried about something at work or decisions that's going to be made at work, but you have no control over that decision. Cross it off. Or let's say there's something happening in your neighborhood with your neighborhood association about some new rules for the community, and there's nothing you can do about it. Cross it off. Or that there is something happening politically, or there's something happening with a friend you can't do anything about. You may be thinking about it, but you don't have any ability to take action on it. Cross it off. Then you take the remaining items on that list and you now prioritize them, because these are things you can take action on. So what you do, cross off your list. You might cross off 10 items, you might cross off 2 items, doesn't matter. But what's remaining are things that you can now address. And you prioritize, so now you have a prioritization list. Whether you get to them, whether you complete them, is not the important factor. It's that you now have crossed off things you can't do anything about, and now you are addressing things that you can. The next night, and continuous nights, you complete the same exercise. If you find that the activities that you keep crossing off keep showing up on your list, guess what? These are the items that are keeping you awake at night. They're things that you often can't do anything about. As I said, you cross off the items you can't do anything about. If you're finding this to be the case, then you need to find a way to clear those ideas out of your mind. Not to address them because you can't make a change in them, but how do you deal with them? How do you yourself adjust to them? That's what's keeping you up at night. On the other hand, if you don't find that those are the case, and you find that there are items that are coming up that you can do something about, move those up in priority. Address them more quickly. This is called a thought transfer exercise. It's something you can do to help you fall asleep and stay asleep at night. It's simpler than you think, but it's important. So give it a try. See if it doesn't make you sleep and fall asleep faster. Take care.